Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you. So this package here is from a new buddy that I've recently started to talk to on Instagram, and he's been a subscriber, a viewer, an awesome dude. His name is Stevie, and he actually sent me the GM8 that I had in for review. Check out his Instagram. I'll link it below. I think he changed it. I think it's Stevie_Wonder_woman. Could be different now. But anyway, he sent me this. This is a Viper Katla. It's a knife I've heard a lot about. You know, I've been wanting to check one out. Ironically, another Italian knife he's sending me. Or Italian-made knife. And yeah, I wanted to get into it and check it out. The unboxing knife was the Finch Cherry Bomb. I got some tape on there. Man, this thing is awesome, guys. Just excellent Finch, classic styling from them with this bolster lock. And I love this smoke resin. I mean, it's just gorgeous, guys. They nailed it with this one. Check out my unboxing on that. It's been out already. And let's get into it. So, yeah, you guys know I'm not an Italian knife fan at all. Anything else in here? No. Okay. I am not an Italian knife fan because, well, they suck at quality control. Let me get a sip of my Dr. Pepper cream soda. We have a storm coming through right now, so pardon any sounds. All right, so here's a Viper box. The only other Viper I've checked out, I believe, is the Odino. That was loaned into me by a buddy. I can't remember who it was. I'm so sorry. It was a while ago. And I hated it because it had no detent. I believe it was Brian who sent me that, actually. Big shout out to Brian. I haven't talked to him in a while. I should hit him up. It says Techno Cut. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this knife. So I've always wanted to try one out. I believe they come in carbon fiber. They come in micarta. It is a knife with thumb studs, a flipper tab, so it has multiple deployments. One thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have a reversible clip, which is something that Vox usually does, or tries to do. It's a Voxnez design. I should say he doesn't always, but sometimes he does. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, so it's a little bit heavy for what it looks like, because it's micarta. There's just a backspacer. But I believe that's because this backspacer is brass or copper, and then the pivot collar is also brass or copper, so that would make sense. Add some weight. Vox does like to do that. If you look at like the, I almost said the Banter. You know what I'm talking about, right? Dapper. The Dapper, he did that on there. He likes to do a little pop of that brass or copper. I don't know if it's me, but the pivot feels loose. I feel like I'm moving it, so we'll check on that. It is dead nuts centered, so we're dead nuts on the centering. Clip, very springy clip. See that? We'll see how that rides in pocket. Now, it's a deep carry clip, but for some gosh darn reason, they mounted it all the way down here. So they could have just taken a regular, like a regular spring clip and just mounted it up a little higher. It would have done the same thing. This is a flipper and a thumb stud deployment knife. So detent is key here, guys. Now I think Stevie said this guy had a good detent, so we're gonna test it out on the flipper tab. Okay, it's shot out of there. Let's check the close. Couple of shakes. Yeah, we did not fail it. Cannot fail it. There's no lock stick of any kind. Thumb stud. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, Viper. They got one. Hey, one of them got out of the factory all right. So that's the problem with Italian knives, guys. This one's perfect, and maybe the guy next door has one, and his detent's super light. You know? Like, I talked to Jared Neve about the Odino. I told you that was a knife I had in from Viper. And the one I had zero detent. Like, you could literally just, and it would come right out. He said his was super stiff. Like, it's just so weird how they just don't QC the detent. This one is perfect. I mean, seriously. It's an inset liner lock, so I can reverse flick it left-handed. Ergos. Let's feel the Ergos. Okay, I have a large glove-sized hand. And there's a cutout right here for my index finger. Ooh, oh. Okay. Calling all, whatever. Thumb studs are loose. Look at that. You see them moving around? Holy cow. Yeah, they just loosened up from one reverse flick. Wow. And they're not tooled. So I don't know how I'm going to tighten them down. I'll look into that, obviously. Calling all, what did I say? Like a fucking idiot. I can hear the thumb stud just moving when it drops. One of them's going to shoot off and like hit me in the eye or something. Jesus. All right, so Ergos, again, right here, you can get one in here, get two on the flat, and then a pinky on the back here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Voxnez is a master of Ergos. This is not a tiny knife. That's usually what he does best. Now, they did leave this a little pokey here, to be honest, for me, left-handed. My ring finger hits right on, middle finger hits right on there, and it kind of hurts. You do have a choil, luckily. So I can ride into that choil, and now my fingers are landing in between that, and it's perfect. This is fantastic right here. This feels really good. Right-handed, do you feel that clip? It's a little bit, but it's more back here where it folds than it is, you know, the finger, or in the palm. This, yeah, it feels excellent. It is extremely dumb that they put this clip here because you actually feel that whole fold right in your hand, right? If they had moved it back to the end, I probably wouldn't even feel it because the clip would be folding back here, right? So that was a miss, a hard miss. We do have a Tanto, which you guys know I love a Tanto. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know if I could classify this a Tanto. They might call it that, but there's no secondary edge. I mean, that thing is basically rounded off. So yeah, it's a hump. I mean, it's not really a second tip. So if they call it a Tanto, whatever. It's a Tanto in sight only, because in function, it's basically a drop point, or even a harpoon or a clip point. I don't know. But it is not a Tanto, because I don't really know how, there's no point. Yeah, there's no point. So unless this comes in a Tanto as well, maybe, I don't know. So access to the thumb stud. Let's talk about that real quick. You have more on the right side. You can get in there and you can give it a good flick. Left-handed, you see how the cutout is much smaller on the left side here. So I have to kind of bury my thumb under this thumb stud. Otherwise, I'm not getting it. I'm going to want to go right over it like that, right? But that means the reverse flick left-handed is better than it is right-handed because you have that same problem. You got to dig in there when you do it right-handed. So it's kind of a benefit to be left-handed here. Damn, these studs keep coming loose. Flipper tab is kind of pokey, guys. I mean, look at that thing. Nice jimping on there, but it's a pokey son of a gun. So, you know, if you accidentally push and try to push button or something, it's going to hurt. You really want to get on top of it and drag down and light switch it. I could definitely see some fingers getting bruised on this flipper tab. But yeah, all in all, I think this is a well-made knife. I think it looks pretty dang snazzy. It's a nice looking knife. It being a Vox design, would I have loved it if he maybe humped it up a little here and gave us the pill-shaped hole? Yeah, I probably would have loved that a little bit better. But this works, man. It works really well. I definitely can see why there's a lot of people that love this knife. Does this make me want to run out and buy one right now? No, not really. That flipper tab would bug me. The minimal access to the stud left-handed would bother me. The extra weight from the brass or copper or whatever, and I believe if you get carbon fiber, you still get that. That would bother me. And then, most of all, this clip is just dumb. That makes no sense. Why would you ever have a fold-over deep carry clip and not mount it somewhere near the end of the knife? Like, come on. There's like an inch or half an inch of room there before, and then you have this little butt coming off. Like, you could have so easily mounted that right here, used that screw, body screw, as part of the clip, you know, or mounted it from the top and made it reversible. How about that? Because it being an inset liner lock, you know, you got nested liners, you got all that good stuff going on. And then, you know, you're not going to make it reversible because that's all lefty friendly. You know, you could have made the cutout over here a little bit the same and then made it a reversible clip. Would have been cool. And, of course, having thumb studs that come loose without tooling, that really sucks. So, probably going to have to take one off, tighten it down as best I can by hand, and let it sit. So, big thank you to Stevie. Really appreciate you sending this my way, buddy. From one douche to another. I really appreciate it. Oh, if I didn't say so, it's M390. See right there, hopefully. M390. It is a Vox design. You can see that right there, the Vox bomb. And then over here you have Viper and Katla. So there's that information for you. Obviously, I'll do my normal first impressions and all that good shit. So yeah, that's it, guys. That is the Viper Knives Katla sent in by Stevie _Wonder_Woman. There's a little bit of blade play, so I think maybe the pivot's loose too. Is there a dual grind? Yeah, I think they were going for a compound grind. You can barely see it. I don't know if one of the versions is satin and maybe it comes out better. So they even did a compound grind, but they didn't even bring that down to a tip. That's a freaking drop point, I mean, as far as I'm concerned. So maybe there's other variants that are different. I don't know. Action's good. It's a cool knife. Yeah, cool knife with some flaws. So that's it, guys. I love you all. Oh, shit. Looks like there's an ass ton of T6 on here, too. Look at that. Just T6 screws out the butthole. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws all up in the back area there. That's why they couldn't put the clip back there, because they had too many fucking screws. Hope you have a fantastic day. I really do love you guys. I know I can be negative, but it's fun, okay? I'm just being honest. I'm finding, you know, things I like and don't like, okay? It's the first time I see the knife. All right? Cheer up. Leave me a comment. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hit the like button if you like how positive I was about this one, okay? And I will catch you later.